School started, and it was awful. Predictably awful, as Ann Mom would say. A self-fulfilling prophecy, she might add, of Vera's disdain for school. Ann Mom was always predicting things in the near future. "I'm the Nostradamus of 2 weeks from now," she told Vera over and over again, and Vera knew the correct social response was to laugh, because Ann Mom was trying to be as witty as Daddy, though when Vera became a teenager in 3 years, she could roll her eyes, because she had seen it done on television and sometimes on the devices Ann Mom didn't allow her. She added Nostradamus to her Things I Still Need to Know diary. The hallways of the school were a faded red and pink and orange, and there were motivational posters and funny sayings from the Peanuts gang and dusty green floors and mesh over the windows looking onto the rump of another sad uptown building. Daddy compared the color scheme to an ice cream shop in hell, and Ann Mom had yelled at him not to use that language. "You know she's going to imitate you. She worships you." Or to talk the school down. The school was a point of pride for Daddy, because you had to take a test when you were only 4 years old to get in, and you needed to score in the 99th percentile, although Vera had overheard that Dylan had been admitted because they wanted to keep siblings together, and she thought this contrast between their intelligence to be exquisite and delectable. 2 words Ann Mom wanted her to drop if she were to make any friends at her school. "Both my kids go to a public school," Daddy had once declared on television with what Ann Mom called a raffish smile, while some other men in suits and ties were yelling at him about his politics, although he had failed to mention that it was a school for super bright kids, and that made her sad. There were a lot of statuses in the world, and each year she was becoming aware of more of them. For example, it also made her sad when Daddy sat apart from them on planes because he always had a ticket in business class, and just this summer, when they had flown to Korea and Japan, where Daddy had to deliver some speeches, she had asked him, "Why can't you fly with us in family class?" And he said, "Oh, poor Doxy." Despite being short, she was shaped lean and tubular like a dachshund, then bent down and grizzled her forehead with his stubble, and it hurt the whole ride back, and she didn't see a lick, Ann Mom phrasing, of him for 14 hours straight. Not that she saw that much of him at home. So, yes, school was predictably awful, and a lot of it was dumb. Vera looked through the mesh on the windows at the black people across the block who patronized a fish store. Sometimes they would look back at her, and sometimes they would smile, maybe remembering how boring 5th grade had been. There was a lot of advanced work, but Vera breezed through it. Mostly it was ordering things in rows and columns and sometimes demonstrating comprehension. This year, because of the conventions, there was going to be a whole module on the Constitution and just how it might be amended. All the students sat dutifully in their red checkered uniforms. The girls had to wear bow ties and skirts, the boys sweaters and ties, and raised their hands whether they knew an answer or not because participation was 40% of their grade.